Good morning everyone, so welcome back to the channel. I'm just stretching because I had a long day's ride yesterday. And just to update you, we're currently in northern France, near Reims. And yesterday I stayed in this amazing Airstream static caravan.
Airstream? How cool is that? Actually got all the official plaques stuck to it as well. And then if you come into it, totally American themed. Isn't that cool? And look, yesterday the beer's named D-Day, which is wicked. You got US, Canadian, British flag on there, and presumably the forces represented. So yeah, you can tell we're in the north of France. So what's the plan for today? Well, what we're doing, let's turn this around, I'm just packing at the moment, and then we're going to head out and meet a friend who's travelled from Germany, and we're going to meet and ride around the Champagne region of France. So there's the bike, so I just need to pack and then we'll get on the way. You can see down there we've got acres and acres of vineyards. Grapes as far as the eye can see. So obviously the EU changed the law, meaning that for something to be named something, it has to be produced in the region it's named after. So for example, Worcester, where I'm from, makes Worcester sauce. You can't actually make Worcester sauce anywhere other than Worcester. Then it's not Worcester sauce. Same as champagne. So it's a little bit cloudy today. Could do a bit brightening up a little. It was meant to brighten up this afternoon, but still 20 to 12, so we've still got time. So just put the helmet down so hopefully there's a little bit better audio for everybody. And oh, hold on, where's this going? Where's this taking us?
Wanted to go in the Champagne region because we were heading out.
Yeah, I couldn't work out whether it was taking us back up there. Yeah. I think you have to go to each stop and then it recognises that you've gone to it and then you go on to the next one. Yep. But we'll see. I'll just see how we go. Okay, so after that little navigation error, we're back on track. We've just been up to see that statue up there. That was pretty cool. Give a panoramic view of the Champagne region. We're going to head deeper into it now. See what we can see. The Voge is doing great. A few little teething problems with nothing to do with the actual bike, just the parts I fitted. Surprise, surprise. So I can go through those later on, but overall it's working well. Basilo Chantillon. Look at this little place. Oh wow, so it's obviously just full of champagne industry. Like an old press there. One of those machines that obviously goes over the grapevine, specialised for this kind of task. I don't know how they pick the grapes though. Do they still pick grapes by hand? Or somebody invented a machine that means you can do it? For a nice stroll. Don't know if you need walking sticks to go walk through Champagne region, but each their own. One thing that's really strange about this region is there's a distinct lack of people. So coming down here on the highway, there was no cars. I know they're toll roads, so maybe people avoid them, but very little traffic. And just riding around, I mean, just look at this video, how often do we come across somebody? It's very few and far between. Yeah, it is a region for tourism, so they actually have a route for people to travel along to see the Champagne region, the Touristique du Champagne, Touristique Route du Champagne. Let's see if we can get around this fella. We lost Andy, unfortunately. Yeah, you might have noticed that motorcyclists greet each other on the continent by sticking their two fingers out nice and low, which you could interpret as an insult, couldn't you, depending on where you are. We are in France after all, but they stick it out as a V symbol, and that's because obviously they're on this side of the road, so they've got the ability to take their left hand off the handlebar, the visible hand off the handlebar, so you can see. Whereas in the UK, most motorcyclists are greeting each other with a nod of the head. Okay, so we're still on the Champagne route. And sadly, we're in the region where a lot of soldiers died in the First World War, and here is an Allied cemetery. A lot of gravestones. Makes you think, doesn't it? One of the things about the Champagne region is there's loads of these little towns, but as you can see, there's nobody here. It's very, very quiet, very, very, yeah, a bit eerie, I guess, the fact that there's no one around. It is a bit strange. You obviously see people come here to work. There's some people, I guess, come here for tourism reasons, but it's a very nice place to ride motorcycles. The reason for that is the scenery is picturesque, the roads are open, no hedgerows, you can see a long way. So that's a nice way to come, and it is a national park, so I definitely recommend coming here. If you like motorcycling and you like wine, I'm actually not a massive fan of wine, but if you are, then definitely come here, because you can go on wine and champagne tasting experiences, which is another attraction of coming to this particular region. Right, well guys, we're at the end of the video. We're in central Reims. The sun's finally come out. Obviously it's a terrible shame it didn't come out when we were in the Champagne National Park, but nevertheless I'm stuck in traffic now, and we'll end the video there. If you did like the content today, please do drop us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then consider subscribing to the channel. If there's anything you want to ask in the comments, also jot something down there.